So this is going to be your walkthrough on your 2023 Hampton 378DBB. We'll get started up front here. All right, so you got your battery there. Now both of these propane tanks are full. All right, so that one there is open now, and you can access it from here. And also take the whole tank cover off. All right, so then we got your regulator here. So if the arrow on the regulator is facing toward your left tank, that's the one that's pulling. This right here turns red, just letting you know it's out. Spin this lever around to that side, open this tank up, and you're back up and running. All right. Let's see. We've got your stabilizer jacks there. There's one in each corner of this thing. A 3/4 socket and a drill is what we normally use. It's a whole lot faster than the hand crank. And you also got your mobile home tie down spot right there in the front of that jack. And that's for your hurricane straps. You can detach the tongue of this trailer. So when you set it up, you can remove the tongue if you want to. Then you got storage. You got your hand crank for your jack, and your hand crank for the for your slides. All right, so you got the outdoor water spigot there. City water connection goes here, and that's where you'll hook up any water hose to get water through the camper. This one is your black tank flush. Now when you hook a water hose to this spot here, you always want to make sure this handle was pulled open before you turn the water on. Reason being, that's a black tank flush, so that's just going to flush your commode tank only. And if that tank's already full and you're adding water, it will come out the commode or it will come out the vent on the roof. So just always make sure that lever is pulled out when you use your black tank flush. This here is just your great fresh tank fill. So if you guys ever go boondocking somewhere off grid, fill this up before you leave your house. And you got around 50-60 gallon of fresh water with you. So the other lever here is your gray tank. Just make sure you pull that whenever you go to dump it. And there is a meter on the inside, and that shows you all your tank levels. The red and blue hose hanging there are going to be your low point drains for the whole entire camper. Now the white valve right there at the front is going to be your low point drain for the fresh tank. And you got another low point drain right there for the cold. All right. So you got your range vent there. So anytime you're cooking on the stove, there's a little flap in there. Just make sure that flap is open. That way all the heat comes outside. And you got your water heater. Switch here, up is on, down is off. Then you got a pressure release valve there. So in the winter time when you store it, always release your pressure there. That way the tank don't freeze. Furnace exhaust there. Keep in mind that thing gets very hot. This hole in the side here, you can see in there, there's actually a nut on the end of a rod, and that is your manual way to bring your slides in. So just take that hand crank in the front up there in that front compartment, stick it on that, and you can manually crank that slide on the other side in. And you got storage here, and this is up under the bed. And you got another gray tank and black tank for the back. So the left's gray, right is black. And sewer cap goes there. So get that Y from Walmart, and just connect both outlets together, and it comes into one hose. All right, so this right here is going to be for your cable or satellite hookup. And satellite's on the left, cable's on the right. Power cord hookups, a 50 amp. And it does come with the camper, and it is around 25-30 foot long for the cord. All right, and that's your stabilizer jacks. All right, so there's another hole. That's the manual crank for the opposite slide on the other side of the camper. And it's right there. And then this is the one for the front bedroom, which is right there. All right, so if you guys wanted to do an outdoor TV on a table or something, 110 power to power up the TV. Left side's satellite, right side's cable or antenna. You do got an awning on this thing. That's all the way out now. Awning lights. And you got 2 speakers up top, so you do have outdoor speakers. And everything else is on the inside. Alright, so we'll start right here on the inside of this main control panel here. Turn them lights on so we can see what we're talking about. Alright, so the first button here is your battery meter. And to the right is full, left is empty. So second one is your fresh tank. Then you got your black tank number 1, black tank number 2, gray tank number 1 and 2, and then your galley tank. Alright, so for gray tank number 1 and 2, you just want to switch this button here where it says gray and gray 2. So up is 1, down is 2. Alright, so slide 1, here's your bedroom. Slide 2, here's your kitchen slide. Slide 3 is your back bedroom. And slide 4 is your sofa and dinette slide. Now this bottom button here is going to be for your awning in and out. Left is out, right is retract. And you always want to make sure the fabric wraps over the top of the barrel. That way when it gets all the way up, it don't hold water. Alright, so this one here is going to be for your water pump when you fill up your fresh tank. That's what's going to pressurize the whole camper. And then these bottom 3 are lights. So you got your kitchen light, you got your galley light, which is the pendant lights there. And then you got your awning light, which is that LED strip outside up under the awning. Alright, so right down up under the main box there is going to be your breaker box and fuse panel. And this page over here labels everything that what the breakers and the fuses do. So left side is the breakers, right side is the fuses. Alright, I'm going to come to your bedroom. You got a spot for a TV hookup there. Mounting brackets already in the wall. So light switch. Now you got your thermostat here. So off, fan low, fan high, cool low, cool low auto, cool high auto, and then off. And that just works this AC back here. You got light sockets on both sides of the windows. That switch there just does these 2 lights there. Now the 2 lights over the bed, they have their own little push button on them. This thing is prepped for a Wi-Fi booster. And that's what that is there. You have to go through the company gateway. You just scan that QR code and it'll pull up what you need to order. And it's a pretty simple install if you guys choose to get that. Washer dryer hookup there. And it's already got the place for the dryer vent marked out for you. Alright, turn that light off. Turn these lights off too. So we got your bathroom. So this over here is going to be your water heater control. So the bottom switch turns it on and off. This one here does your Celsius or Fahrenheit. And this one here, you can adjust the temp. So now whenever you turn the water on, that thing's going to fire up on the gas and it'll heat up to 124 degrees. Light switch just does the lights. This switch here does the fan up top. So first button opens it. And that button there turns the fan on. Alright, that's that. So commode, halfway down on that pedal is going to be just water to fill up the bowl. All the way down is flush. Anytime you travel with this thing, you always want to make sure your shower doors are locked. And just make sure that's up. Push it down. So whenever you push it down, you always want to make sure it clicks. If you don't hear that click, it's not locked and it will pop up and that door will shatter when you have to slam on brakes. Shower, left side's hot, right side's cold. Alright, so whenever you do get the Wi-Fi booster, this switch here just turns it on and off. Now this thermostat here does the middle air conditioner and your furnace. So just turn the heat, furnace comes on, heat comes through the floor vents, AC comes through the roof. Now when you turn the furnace off, it's going to run for a few minutes just so it cools down before it finally shuts off. These three light switches here. One of them is your speaker lights outside, little blue lights in the speakers. And this one is your hallway lights. And that one there is your porch light outside. Alright, so this little box down here is your carbon monoxide and LP gas leak detector. You do have a fire extinguisher there by the door. Light switch just does the lights up under the little cabinets here. You got your GFI outlet there, so if any other outlet in the kitchen is not working, check that first. That's your refrigerator here. Now all the controls for this thing are going to be right there. And this is actually a nice, pretty nice refrigerator. Residential style, and it is a Samsung. You got your ice maker going for you. Alright, so you got the microwave plus convection oven if you don't want to use the oven on the stove. You got an exhaust fan. And you got a light up under. So the right switch on the stove here does your oven light. The left switch does your pretty blue lights over the knobs. Alright, so just turn the high and push in. The center one is the oven. And if you see those holes down there at the bottom, you can actually see the spark in there. So the pilot's light lit now. Turn it to whatever temperature you want, and you see it go around the ring. Alright. This light switch just does the light there. They did install the 12-volt TV for you, and it is a 50. Alright, so fireplace is at the bottom down there. Now you got your sink. All the paperwork for the camper's in here. You got your wireless charging station for your phone. Little light switch there just does the lights over the dinette. This light switch here does the lights over the sofa. Alright, so we got this top one is going to be under lights. That switch there reclines it. That switch there brings it back up. Alright, so the one that's red right there, that's heat. And the one that's blue is massage. And then you got a USB port at the bottom as well. Come on in here to the back bedroom. Main light switch is there. You do have two lights up under the slide there that have their own push buttons on them. You got storage up under the bed. Now the bathroom back here is pretty much similar to the one up front. It's a little bit smaller. Halfway down on the pedal for the commode is going to be water just to fill up the bowl. All the way down it's flush. Shower door locks the same way. Left side's hot, right side's cold in the shower. Your main light switch there. Exhaust fan there. There we go. Got plenty of storage in this thing. TV backer mount is already there. So normally a foot by a foot square. You got your TV connections and your 110 outlet there. Alright, so I'm just going to do a quick walk around and let you guys look around this thing right quick, and we'll go from there. Alright, this is going to conclude your walkthrough on your Hampton 378 DBB. Hope you guys enjoy.